All right, folks, we got some breaking news. The first recorded crop circle of 2025 has appeared in Wiltshire, UK. Now, this region has a long history with formations like this. And once again, what's shown up here is sharp, symmetrical, and strange. Ben from Caspersight was quick to visit the site. He brought a drone, filmed the formation, and captured more than just a pattern in the crop. Let's take a closer look.
Oh my God. Isn't it so like, what I've noticed as well, obviously it's picturesque, but it's in that, like a dip, where you'd think that's where they would have a movie. It's a perfect spot. So I suppose I've got to try and calm down because, like, we've got to think about how they got something in here, you know, to, if it was man-made, to form this thing. So we've got to stick to the track. But look, so looking at these, this is what I want to find out. If you come in close here a minute, I want to see if there's, like, this is here, right? This is what you would call the node. Okay. Now, apparently, if it's man-made, where it folds over, it'll be broke because of the damage, right? With, like, you know, wood being pushed against it. But there is an anomalies where this is formed. It's bent and that is formed. So it's bent at the node. And let me just get my 50-year anniversary Stanley tape measure out. Right. Now I'm just gonna measure these because apparently in alien crop circles, these nodes become longer. So we're talking, what, 3 mil?
So Ben did what any good observer should do. He looked at the crop itself. And what you see is a classic anomaly. Stalks bent cleanly at the node, right at the growth point. No snapping and no crashing. And just outside the formation, the crop is upright, untouched. That kind of clean boundary shows up in the most compelling formations. And once you've seen it a few times, you stop calling it coincidence.
On the day. But let's look.
Is there any signs of cutting that? They've still got leaves, like if they were chopping it.
Yeah, Mason's come up with a good point. So, like, there's no signs of chopping, right? No signs of hacking. And the other thing is just, you'd probably find, if you were dragging like a plank of wood, right, you might find impact scrapes along here, but it doesn't seem to be anything. Now let's try and look at these nodes. Look at this here, the node bent. This is the strange thing. Where's that tape? Because that looks, now we measured a few nodes. I'm trying to work out the direction of the fall. So if the direction of the fall is this way, why is it bent that way? So it's like it's bent that way and then pushed over. Let's see what this is doing. We've got the 1 again. We've got the 1. And let's just try to get the tape here. I mean, I've got to be honest with you. I mean, you're talking 4 or 5 mil here.
What was it up there?
3 mil over there. And again, here's another one which is bent. These are bent. These are bent on the nodes. I'll have to double check some others, see if, but hang on a second. What are we? Let me just try and find some other ones which are bent on the node here. Can you see any? Can you see any? This is, I've just turned in a random point. Can you see any which are bent on the node?
Yeah, none.
None. Nothing. Like, look, Look at this. 2 bends. Everything else is absolutely perfectly straight. Let's walk around. We've still got the one on here. We're going to be looking in a second to the actual pattern, but this is so much bigger. I mean, I brought my tape along just to see how big this thing is. The tape's too big. Sorry, the tape's too small. This is huge. So it seems like, I mean, it's hard to tell because obviously, you know, so many people have been here, but it's almost like it's, I was expecting sort of like a continuous flow, like a Mexican wave, same direction all the way around, but it doesn't seem like that. It almost seems like it's interlacing each other, you know?
See it,
Yeah.
But look at that. Look at all those bends in those nodes there.
Look at, yeah, well done.
Look at that.
Well done, mate. Yeah.
Mate,
Look at this.
every single one.
I haven't got my phone on to take a photo. Every single one, you're right. And again, right up here, to be fair, we have got one here, but is this where it's been hit slightly, has been affected? Because if you go further back, they're perfect.
Perfect.
Absolutely nothing at all. Let's go around.
While filming, Ben speaks to a local farmhand, someone who's worked in the area for years. He describes something he saw out in the field one day, a triangle-shaped craft, completely silent. Stories like that don't show up in the data, but they matter, especially when they keep coming from farmers like this.
Okay, in the Wing Canton where I live.
Right, and you were with your missus?
With Mrs. I usually pick up my Mrs. After second shift at 10 evening. And we didn't expect anything at that time.
Yeah.
Usually people chill
Yeah, yeah.
and then go home for just, you know, relax and then get to bed, have a sleep, you know. And we came out my car. At the same time, I see on the street like a shade, massive shade. I says,
Oh, like a shadow?
like a shadow.
Yeah.
And I says, what's going on? I've looked in the sky and I see that object, and Mrs. just nearly shout, but she was like excited. Wow, what's that?
Yeah, yeah.
I says, I don't know, but I was just enjoying the view, and it goes slow as you can.
How big was this thing?
It was huge. It was, I reckon, it was size on the length.
Because this is
Easy to say.
apparently 75 meters. This is apparently
75 meters. So
Yeah.
it was nearly, maybe slightly less, maybe 50.
What?
It was huge.
Wow.
Yes. And it goes slow.
Jesus, imagine that hovering above you, and it was
Yeah.
triangle.
That's why I say I saw on this first thing when I opened the door, I see the shadow. So I think, oh, what's that? Look in the sky. Oh my God, something. It goes low. Every meter it goes lower and lower. So I was thinking it's gonna be smash my neighbor's house or chimney, whatever, or roof. And it goes like slightly.
Oh, it
bent,
tilts?
Slightly, missed the buildings and then gone.
But how fast did it shoot off?
I wouldn't even see this. to be
What?
honest.
Well, so it almost like disappeared.
Just
but
disappeared, gone.
That's mad.
Just-
No sound.
Just no sound, nothing, just gone. And I started to try to run, and then where is? No chance. I didn't see anything. And when Mrs. still was in the entrance in the gate, and she was like, "Oh my God!" I says, "I know."
And did it have any lights or anything?
No.
So, so it was
No.
literally just a triangle
Just
shadow.
A triangle shadow.
No,
No lights.
no
No twinkle. Nothing.
no lights. Sorry, no windows, no
No
cockpit.
windows, no doors, nothing. So it's very, very strange because I was
Was it a shiny black or was it like dull?
No shiny. No, it was dark color, dark, and the surface it wasn't smooth. Surface was weird because
Like a matte finish, was
matte,
it? Yeah,
matte,
like a textured.
matte texture, like a matte, and it wasn't flat. It was slightly like goes up and down, up and down.
Oh
all the time.
right,
That was weird.
right.
it wasn't smooth.
Because that seems like anti-productive. If you wanted something to go fast in the sky, you'd think it has to be streamlined, smooth,
yes.
right? But this has got ripples.
Yes.
Weird.
And the weird thing is, I can see the shape still in my eyes. I can close my eyes and I see this thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Is my missus, she was like frozen. She was like, she was opening her mouth and she was like, oh my God, what's that? I says, I don't know. It's hard to explain. And she says, well, what do you think? I says, I don't know, Anita. It's just hard to explain what you see.
Wow. And no one believes you?
No one's. I've been at shop and they just laugh.
There's a moment in Ben's drone footage that I think is worth paying attention to. Watch it for yourself and let me know what you think is going on here.
What you're seeing now is a raw file footage of our drone flight that we took on the day. This was at 2:30 p.m. I want you to review this footage because there's something in there that we cannot explain. So we thought maybe it was a plane passing by the sun which was casting a shadow. So I looked at the raw file time and it was at 2:30 p.m. on the dot. So I looked on the 24-hour flight tracker and I could see no planes flying anywhere near that location at that point in time. And also two white speeding objects from bottom right to top left. Birds, insects, or the Tic Tac.
We've seen details like this before in other formations in other years, bent nodes, local sightings, something unusual caught on camera. It raises a fair question. What do you think is going on here? So what do you make of it all? The formation, the triangle sighting, that moment caught on the drone? Is it just coincidence, or is something trying to get our attention? Let me know. Drop a comment, send a message, or tag us at Skyburst Podcast. And if you're enjoying this kind of content, like, subscribe, and share. It really helps us more than you know. Until next time, stay sharp, stay curious, and keep watching the fields. Cheers.